Yo, this is Deontay the Bronx Bomber Wild, the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. And I'd like to give a big shout out to CJ Goodfellow, Sports TV. Bomb Squad, baby.
Make sure to check out our sponsor, Cell Phone Buyers Recyclers. They want to buy your cell phone old, broken, or you're just trying to get rid of it. You can contact them right at the number on the screen, text or call. Also, their social media and website is in the description if that's more convenient. If you share their social media accounts on social media, get a chance to win an iPhone. Go check them out. All right, Dillian Whyte has taken legal actions against the WBC. And Bob Arum says that he should fight Usyk next to, solidify a true #1 contender. I call it that. But hey, hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Don't forget to check out our heavyweight boxing playlist and our boxing news playlist. You can find more videos like that right here. So let's talk about him taking legal action now. This isn't new. The last guy to try to take legal action versus sanction the belt body that I can remember was Austin Trout. He was trying to sue the WBO. I think they ended up figuring something out, or that story just went away. But it's been a few times in history where boxers have bankrupted a sanctioned belt body, and you wonder why every sanctioned belt body except for the IBF major-wise, because I think the WIBO is stationed in Florida, why every major sanctioned belt body is stationed outside the United States, so they don't really have to abide by, strict rules like the Muhammad Ali Act. Not saying that did with them, but they don't have to really abide by strict rules. They can really fuck people however they want to fuck them. And the IBF had, and Bob Arum, go look that story up. They got in trouble years ago, about, doing some shady business. Lou DiBella got a close relationship with the IBF. So you wonder why some of these dudes that get #1 contender spots and they ain't fought nobody in the top 10, the top 15, or barely have, it's because of shady business like this, all right? The sanctioned belt bodies all need to be held accountable. Only thing I regret about Dillian Whyte, that I regret is Deontay Wilder not giving him a shot. That made, completely no sense. He should have gave him a shot. We won't be talking here. I'd rather see Dillian Whyte versus, Deontay Wilder over, a guy like Luis Ortiz, a rematch. You feel what I'm saying? But what you got to remember is a lot of these wounds are self-inflicted. Mauricio Sulaiman got receipts for days. When he could have fought Luis Ortiz and got a mandatory shot, he fought Joseph Parker. Remember, Eddie Hearn told Dan Rayfield that they was going to fight. They was going to announce a Luis Ortiz fight. And then they turned around and announced the Joseph Parker fight. Why did you fight Parker? Why didn't you fight Ortiz? You'd have been the mandatory. Then after that, he fought Derek Chisora in the rematch when Dominic Brazil told him he can come fight in America and I put my mandatory status up versus you. No, Dillian Whyte said, no, I'm going to fight Derek Chisora on pay-per-view in the UK. He went for the money. He went for the low-risk fight, which really wasn't a low-risk fight because Derek Chisora gave him some run for his money as, a fight in the first fight. So, that happened. So, he crying about a mandatory. He passed up 2, title eliminators. And when you're the silver WB champion, you have to fight 2 title eliminators. So he needs to understand, what position he's in. And then again, he fought a title eliminator versus Oscar Rivas, which he failed the doping test. Right then and there, the WBC can just suspend him. They should have suspended him. I'm not trying to hear his excuse. He's a repeat offender. Don't forget that. And, they swept that under the rug when Eddie Hearn should have had his promoter's license suspended because everybody knew evolved about the failed drug test except for Oscar Rivas and maybe the WBC. You know what I'm saying? They were sanctioning that fight. So, Dillian Whyte crying about a lot of situations. The only thing that I regret is Wilder just didn't give him an opportunity and knock his ass until next week. Or next year. But other than that, Dillian Whyte shouldn't even be, he shouldn't even be fighting. He should be suspended. He shouldn't even be fighting, but that just lets you know how politics is. And politics is about money. When you put money with something, certain things go away. They put money in his situation and they swept that drug test under the rug. He should have been suspended by UCAD. He should have been, I don't care what they say. Oh, this was an adverse bullshit. So if beggars can't be choosers. You ain't even supposed to be sitting at the table. You supposed to be suspended for like 5 or 3 years from in the UK. So you don't even deserve a title shot. You went into a fight knowing you failed the drug test and then tell your opponent, Eddie Hearn should have his promoter's license stripped. That's just crazy to me, man. That's just ludicrous. You know, and he's sitting here crying and begging. You know, you passing up title eliminator after title eliminator after title eliminator. You come on, man, get out of here. And he always trying to fight somebody coming off a loss like Andy Ruiz or something like that. Or he trying to fight somebody old like Lucas Brown, and he about to fight Povetkin. Why are you fighting Povetkin? What the fuck do that's gonna get you? You know what I'm saying? So I don't feel bad for him, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. He started legal procedures versus the WBC because he know he about to get passed up. All they gonna do is make Tyson the franchise champion, and you gonna be fighting for a regular belt versus Usyk. I already seen that one coming, but you know, nobody had no hard feelings for Dillian Whyte. Dillian Whyte done passed up tough fight after tough fight. You know, I do feel bad that Deontay should have just knocked his ass out. We wouldn't even be here talking about this. That was the stupidest business decision for them not to have Deontay go to the UK and knock Dillian Whyte ass out, or bring him over here and knock him out. It was a dumb business decision. You know what I'm saying? This would be something that nobody got to deal with. You know, but if Wilder do win, Dillian Whyte to get his wish. You know, a lot of people count Wilder out, but boxing tends to go the opposite way of the training of our thoughts. So, we know Tyson Fury, they never defended a title. He ain't never put good strings of title defenses together neither, or good strings of fights together. You know, he's very, very erratic in his approach and the way he fighting. But, you know, he said that he had dropped the belt if he got to fight Dillian Whyte. He don't want to fight Dillian Whyte. Now, Dillian Whyte said he dogged him out in the gym, and so did AJ dog Fury out in the gym. He want to fight AJ, so I don't know why. You know, you could just fight Dillian Whyte. AJ could fight Usyk. And we could be talking about this fight next year. We probably know, hopefully we definitely have fans in the stand. So I don't understand what's the confusion. Why they just can't fight their mandatories. Puev, it ain't no fans. Wilder, maybe limited fans, or Puev, it might be limited fans for AJ. Then next year, they both can fight early on next year. You know, Fury can go ahead and fight Dillian Whyte. AJ can fight Usyk, and then, you know, they can fight later in the middle of the year. They can do their rematch twice next year. I don't understand. Mandatories for a reason. Everybody else got to fight their mandatories, but it just seemed like the WBC is just saying that we can elevate Tyson Fury and give Dillian Whyte the regular belt. And for Dillian Whyte, why you just don't go after another sanctioned belt body? Go after the IBF, go after the WBA, the WBO. You know what I'm saying? You sit here steadily trying to get this WBC title shot, and whoever you would have fought, you would have lost. Deontay would have knocked your stupid ass out, and Tyson Fury gonna dog walk you. But I guess it's more about the payday. You know what I'm saying? Eddie Hearn can easily have got him a mandatory shot versus AJ, and they could have did a rematch. So I don't understand. You know, he better look at Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn is an integral part of turbulence in his career. You know, Eddie Hearn is sitting here, you know, making business bad for you. You know what I'm saying? He deteriorated the relationship with Al Heyman. That's why you didn't get a fight. With all the line about AJ, we're trying to steal his fighters after Al Heyman showed him hospitality. And some of his fighters fighting on PBC when it first started. Eddie Hearn has really deteriorated that relationship with Al Heyman. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you didn't get your shot. Al Heyman got pulled to WBC too, but they talking about doing Usyk and Dillian Whyte. And Bob said that fight can determine a real number one contender. Difference is, you know, they already threatened to strip AJ of the WBO belt if he don't fight Usyk next. So, you know, once again, meaningless mandatories get in the way. You know, people want to see Fury and AJ fight twice. Well, who the fuck want to see Usyk? Nobody. Usyk has no following. Usyk has done nothing at heavyweight. So don't be surprised if Usyk do go through and fight Derek Chisora and they rob him. You know what I'm saying? Eddie Hearn robbed his own fighter. Usyk really ain't his own fighter. He still work with K2. Eddie just co-promote him. So don't be surprised if Usyk go in there and struggle a little bit with Chisora and you get a loss. That's how they rocking. You know, he right. Usyk should, you know, fight Dillian Whyte for the regular WBC title or fight him for the true number one contender. Usyk has done nothing. Usyk has no following. Usyk has done nothing but dominate cruiserweight, and don't nobody in this damn world care about a cruiserweight division. Never have, never will. So I do agree with Bob Arum. You know, people, you know, in the UK want to see this fight, and it just don't. It shows you, no matter the magnitude of the fight, unless you Floyd Mayweather, unless you a Manny Pacquiao, they gonna try to fuck up any big fight in boxing. It don't matter. You want to see Jose and Josh Taylor? Them motherfuckers got 3 mandatories all together. He got Postal Ramirez and he got Jack Contrella from the UK, who's done absolutely nothing but beat O'Harry Davies. And then Josh Taylor got a mandatory that we never heard of. You know what I'm saying? You know, you keep getting this in every big fight you want to. Oh, he got a mandatory. Even when Crawford fighting Ndongo for undisputed, the IBF tried to strip Ndongo because Lippias wanted the belt, and they had to write a petition, you know, to say, you know, well, let us fight. These sanction belt bodies do not want to see these belts consolidated because it takes more money out of their pocket. That's why you don't see more unification bouts, because the going weight rate is like 3 or 5% out of a fighter's purse. So every time they consolidate a belt or they bring a belt together, it goes down to probably 4% or 2% or 1.5%. Or if you Canelo, Floyd, Pacquiao, you making that type of money, it goes down significantly because nobody want to get 5% of 30 million or 100 million. So that's why you don't see unification bouts, because each sanction belt body lose more money when 1 belt, 2 belt, 3 belt, 4 belts come together. They lose money. So if that's the case, you know what I'm saying, you're not going to see a lot of unification bouts. That's why you see all these meaningless mandatories getting in the way. But when dudes consolidate the belt regardless, they 9 times out of 10, you know, they're going to relinquish the belts. And they're going to keep the belt that they want to keep, you know. But maybe they don't see it that way. But as far as Usyk and Dillian Whyte, if Dillian Whyte get past Oleksandr Povetkin, I mean, that's a good fight. You know, Usyk got to get past Derek Chisora. That's a good fight. I mean, you know, Usyk is probably the more skilled fighter. Dillian Whyte is the fighter that's probably more natural heavyweight. In heavyweight, you don't have to be like super skilled like in lower weight classes. So, you know, if Dillian Whyte can walk him down, but we got to see what Usyk looked like at heavyweight on this level. He was a heavyweight in the World Series of Boxing when he beat up Joe Joyce. But I want to see, you know, pretty much how he fight these truly professional guys. So Derek Chisora should give me a good idea. If he can handle Derek Chisora and handle his aggressiveness, his power, you know, and he'd look well versus him. You know, I'd like to see Usyk sit down on his shots a lot more. He like to, you know, pity pat roll like Lomachenko, that amateur style. But if he can sit on his shots and get some respect, he should be able to beat Dillian Whyte. You know what I'm saying? And this dude is a gold medal winner. Y'all say he one of the best fighters in the world. He can't be pound for pound because he's a heavyweight right now. But people don't understand you don't rank heavyweight pound for pound. If he pound for pound, he loses to Dillian Whyte. He never was that good to begin with. He did have a good fight versus Michael Hunter. That was a good fight. You know, he did beat Gaspier. Gaspier don't even know what he want to do no more. He don't know when he want to fight. Or he don't know if he want to piss. He want to piss sitting down, piss standing up. He just lost his way. So, you know, he did take his soul out. And I thought Gaspier had a good chance to beat him. He just made him look ordinary. So, I think Dillian Whyte a better fighter than Gaspier. He bring a little bit more to the table, but he ain't really shit. He'll be dangerous for 5-6 rounds. And if Usyk can win 3 of those rounds or the majority of those rounds, he probably gonna cruise and just, you know, outpoint Dillian Whyte. You know what I'm saying? And this is a dude that, you know, just struggled with Wok. You know what I'm saying? He struggled with Derek Chisora. So I think Usyk should do well versus Derek Chisora. I know he looked a little bit questionable versus Chaz Weatherspoon, but hopefully he been working. He kept getting injured. Hopefully he been working. He learned to sit down on his shots a little bit more to get some respect. I think you got to find a great weight for him. You know what I'm saying? I think Wilder showed you, you know, don't come in too heavy. Come in where you're comfortable at. And if he find a good weight, he kind of modify his style to sit down on his shots more. He a better fighter than Dillian Whyte. Dillian Whyte ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he struggled every fight down the stretch. You see why he pump it up. You see why he used the orange juice. You know what I'm saying? Because he get tired down the stretch. This motherfucker cheated versus Oscar Rivas and still got dropped and tired down the stretch. So imagine if he was 100% organic, natural fighter, you know, he have a lot of problems. You feel what I'm saying? But hey, let me know what you guys think. We'll see what Dillian Whyte gonna do. He's gonna try to bankrupt the WBC. They're just gonna bring up his drug test. They're gonna bring up a lot of shit. So they're gonna win that battle. He can't beat the WBC, Bob Arum, and Queensberry Promotions with Frank Warren. He can try to sit there and know his role and shut his mouth. You feel me? He gonna be a regular WBC champion, or he just gonna be a dude that's gonna be waiting. But don't be surprised if they don't pull up no dirt on Dillian Whyte and suspend him. But hey, let me know what you guys think. Don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out if you got business, question, inquiry, sponsorship, video requests. Keep sharing the videos. Want to make a donation to the channel? Cash App, PayPal description. Best way to donate is share the video. Don't forget to check out our Facebook group. If you ever need to get in touch with me, you got business, question, inquiry, sponsorship, video requests. You just got to question. Twitter's the fastest way. Then Instagram and Facebook. We got a Facebook group. That link's there. Shout out to everybody who do donate, share the videos. Appreciate the love, support. Check out our heavyweight boxing playlist and boxing news playlist for more videos like this. One time for the one time we gone.